steers. Alright, so we're going to start with your opponent standing above you here. So, recent weeks we've been working on some back attacks, some mount, some of the kind of the last of the more basic positions that we work. So for the coming weeks we're going to start getting into some of the more complex guards, which is going to lead us into some of our leg lock games, some of that, you know, more new age stuff. So first thing we're going to work with is kind of that standing open guard. Where should we go? For me, one of my favorite guards when someone stands like this is Riva. So most people are going to get in basically a wrestling stance and look to be controlling your legs here. That's great because that means they're going to put one foot forward. I always love that because all I'm going to do is I'm going to reach that same side hand, I'm going to cup their ankle. As soon as I cup their ankle, I'm going to swivel my foot from the outside to the inside here, keeping my other foot mid-thigh. I'm not putting it in the hip, not putting it at the knee, just in that mid-thigh position. Now for me, I generally am going to reach up for a grip. Most of the time, I like to reach for that cross grip. If you can't get that one, same side grip's great. Just depends on what you're setting up and where you want to go next. So for me, I'm going to start with this grip here. Now, nice part about this is this guard has a lot of control. I have control of a lot of his hips and at least one of his arms. So nice part about this is if Austin goes to start doing anything unfriendly, I can start off balancing him and using this to keep him where I need him to be. Nice part is if you have this wrist, you already have the setup for the first sweep. All I'm going to do is I'm going to push that little bit into Austin, and as soon as he goes to push back into me, I'm going to switch my feet. So my inside foot is going to swivel to the hip, my top leg is going to swivel to the back of the knee. So I'm here, so I'm here, swivel to the hip, swivel to the back of the knee. Boom. So we're here. As soon as those feet make contact, all you're going to do is push, pull, pull, pull. Now, as soon as you hit this sweep, you want to hold position. A couple of reasons why. One, initially they're going to freak out for a second. They're going to try to come back up and into you and start doing things. Two, you've left your foot behind. So if I just let go and try to start coming up, you're basically already in an ankle lock into shootout position, right? So when I'm here, I like to keep this here, tighten his hip, and keep that foot hooked. It's going to allow me to keep a hold there. Now, as soon as I kind of feel him not trying to stand up and freak out, all I'm going to do, post my foot in the mat, do a technical stand up, and come back up. Nice part with this is, one, it drills in a cycle, but two, it'll also allow you to pass pretty quickly while also taking top position. So I'm here, Austin starts to engage me, right? A lot of people are going to do this exact grip set. They grab your knees, boom. I'm here, boom. Set your grips. All you're looking for, guys, I'm just trying to keep Austin off balance. All you're looking is to separate his elbow from his hip. The second you have his elbow away from his hip, because if you're smart here, first thing you start doing is dropping that elbow back. Because one, you don't want me to have wrist control, but two, you know this sweep can come. As soon as I get that separation, switch, switch, push. Hold for just half a second here, because they're going to try to sit up quickly. Nope. Now, for drilling purposes, I like to stand back up and then Austin can go. For live purposes, I like to hold this and then start pinning and passing. Almost immediately. Nice part for this is if you do it right, you can score 2 or 3 for the sweep plus some passing. Pretty quick. Questions on this basic sweep from Riva? Or basics on the position? Yeah, I'm instantly trying to pass. Because when I'm here, boom, I get my grips. Boom, I set him down. As soon as I hold this here for a second and I start to come up, all I'm going to look to do is post. Drop that knee. Because then at worst case, I'm in half guard, and I can work from there. Best case, you clear. Boom, you can start, you know, if you keep a good hold of that grip, you can start setting gift wrap, you can start doing all sorts of other unfriendly things. Other questions on this? I also like this for MMA guys.
This is just a tripod sweep basically?
Pretty similar. Thing I like about this, especially for MMA guys, is let's say Austin's being unfriendly and trying to hit me in the face. Boom, you can do this. No grip. So it's a nice motion to have, even if you're doing it predominantly gi or no gi. So for a lot of people, you know, for MMA, I'm not telling you to reach down and grab an ankle and a grip, right? Do not pull like classic De La Riva in MMA. If you do, wildly impressive, super impractical, because you're going to be like this and you'll be like, wow, this is really cool. And Austin's going to smack you with the right hand. Not what you want. But if I'm here and Austin's walking into me like a lot of MMA guys will, boom, I'm here. All I'm going to look to do is grab that foot to the hip, foot to the knee. Bah! Here. And with that one, you can even be a little bit more aggressive than you can in jiu-jitsu because you can kick. That's a body kick. So it's a nice MMA, you know, where we talk about moves versus concepts, right? The De La Riva sweep is a move, right? I can hit that with all the fancy grips. But the concept of off-balancing his hip and pulling his leg is a great concept to have. So that, hey, I can off-balance him from here and start using that to my advantage. That's the difference of being able to apply an armbar just from where I've taught you and being able to apply an armbar from everywhere. Once you learn the concept that we're trying to work on, the more places you can start to apply. Does that make sense?
Did you say you grab either hand?
Yeah, either hand, because for me, so peek behind the curtain. For our second move, we got this grip is much better. For our first one, either grip is good. You can go here, and honestly, you can even grip the cross collar. My preferred grip, 90% of the time, is the cross sleeve grip. Just that cuff or pistol, whichever you prefer. Because it gives me so many more options for if I want to go through the leg feed sweep, if I want to go, you know, any of the other options we're going to start to explore are generally easier with the cross sleeve grip than the same side. Alrighty? 1, 2, 3. So I'm here with steers, right? Good things are happening. I get to De La Riva, I get my grips, boom, I get my cross grip, right? Good things are happening, but Austin doesn't suck at jiu-jitsu, right? We have to always assume that when we grab somebody in a tournament. So he's going to start turning his elbow down, and he's going to start trying to square up and hand fight here. All of that's really inconvenient and makes that simple switch sweep really hard to hit. But what it does do is make him sit into his base, which makes our second sweep a lot easier. So all we're going to look to do is, I'm going to look to extend Austin up, keeping a good grip on the ankle and the wrist. So I'm here, I force all the weight onto that back foot, because if he doesn't respect it all, what's going to happen is he's going to start to fall. If he does respect it, he's going to set his weight down really well, which allows me to set up my second sweep. I'm going to post off this foot and look to extend my hook leg across. Here, coming straight across to that opposite thigh. So I'm up on my shoulder and up on my side. All we're going to look to do is, as we turn back, the foot that was on the hip is going to come down, chop that leg, and I'm going to pull Austin across. So I'm here, boom, turn him down. As soon as he comes down, all we're going to look to do is drive our knee in, close up, and keep that leg stapled. We have a couple different options of where you can go. It's more going to depend on your game. For me, what I'm always going to do is look to punch this hand through to gift wrap and take sides. If you don't like that positionally, all you look to do is, I'm here on that staple, I look to drive my hips over and float to that mat. Those are your two options. For me, 90% of the time, I'm going to take that side control, because that mount just has a little less control. You good? So we're here. I'm working with steers, we're going, boom, I get my De La Riva. He starts to drop his elbow back, so I'm going to use his base to post up and extend this foot across. As soon as that comes back down, chop the foot, pull, pull. Sets him down. As soon as he sets down, we let go of the ankle, start coming up, and start digging for that underhook. Now I'm moving the pressure off of Austin's knee, mainly because I like Austin. But if you get here, keep all the pressure on his knee. Equal parts uncomfortable and pain compliant. If you're in pain, you're going to let me do what I want a lot quicker. But I'm going to move it off to his ankle so that, he doesn't cry. Because I love him. But once you get here, then it's just work for side control or work towards his back. Questions on this one? It seems intricate. Biggest thing is making sure you come all the way up onto that shoulder and reach with the hook foot. So I'm here with Austin. Boom, I'm here. Boom. Make sure when we do this, I'm driving all the way up, pointing my hips and chest all the way towards play. This foot, dig all the way across, fall back, come here, look to drive up. Questions on that? All right, 1, 2, 3. Because for me, I don't like being on my back any more than I have to, right? I want to be on top, I want to get takedowns, I want to do good things. So I get to De La Riva, boom, I get my grips, Let's say I try to hit my foot switch, doesn't work. I try to post up, it just isn't working, right? All we're going to look to do is I'm going to look to kick this leg out and extend him towards that leg. So I'm here, boom, here, and I'm going to look to drive him up. All we're going to do is I'm going to keep a hold of his wrist, but I'm going to let go of his ankle. So I'm here, this hand comes up, I'm going to start to pull my foot out, boom, and grab that single leg. Now, nice part is, a lot of the time you'll get them to sit to their butt. And you can come up on top there. If they don't, all you do is wrestle up and you have a single leg. You get to finish your takedown. So I'm here, boom, I'm working, I'm trying to do things, it's not going. Boom, I'm here, bop. And you can start to finish up. Now, if I'm here, and Austin doesn't fall when I do this, so I extend him away, boom, he kicks out, and I come down here, boom, all I look to do here is scoop that single leg up, and I can start to fight up from there. The nice part is it's kind of a 2-for-1. You can kick that foot out, and sometimes they sit to their hip, and you wrestle up. If they don't, you just pick up that single leg and work out from there. So I'm here. I kick that leg out. As soon as I feel his weight change, I kick this leg up, here, start to scoop, and finish that single leg. Quick and easy 2 points, work to pass from there. Yes, kicking that far leg out with the foot that's on him without grip. So when I'm here, without grip, so Austin's standing up, all I'm looking to do is kick that leg out as far as I can. That way it fully extends out. That forward motion is going to allow me to set myself up. And if I come up here, boom, start wrestling up from there. If they try to engage in the wrestling game, all you do is stand up with the single leg. Makes it simple. Questions on that? I like to hook quite a bit because it'll naturally stop a lot of defense. So when I'm here and I kick this foot out, the reason I'm focused on scooping this so much is it stops him from trying to knee cut or do anything crazy here. And it just helps me on the defensive side. So I'm trying to hook that ankle. Because if I'm here and Austin's lazy about this sweep, like he's here, he kicks this foot out and tries to sit up for that, and he doesn't hook this ankle, a lot of people are going to start to work that Jackson pass or any of those type of blocks. So that's why I'm very diligent on trying to hook that leg. Just gets you better outputs. Other questions? Head position. You're always looking up and in. So when I'm here, boom, I kick that leg out. As I sit up, I'm coming up and in. Keeping that head as tight as you can. So that way when I post, yes. Inside of thigh, head up in the chest. Alright? 1, 2, 3.